Let's swing over now and meet Charlie Atlas, the man with the world's most perfectly developed body. He's traveling with Charles Romaine, and I'm anxious to find out if he did once only weigh 97 pounds.
Charles Atlas, hey, were you actually a 97-pound weakling like I read in the advertisement?
That's right. That's right.
Oh, what prompted you to become interested in physical culture?
Well, I was inspired by going to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and seeing the statues of Hercules, Apollo, Hermes, and I thought, well, I looked at myself and looked at the statues, and I said, my God, I said, my arm is as big as one of those man's fingers. I better get busy with myself and start training.
In a sense that it was kind of frustration.
Yes, it was an inspiration for me. I mean, I've actually started to train as soon as I got home. As if those men could do it, I can do it too, you know. And,
well, actually, Charles, how many years or how much time did it take you to get into the shape that you considered was the physical physique you wanted?
Well, I tell you, when I reached the age of 19, I was walking down Coney Island sporting a fine, fancy bathing suit, and the man was following me around, and after a while I stopped and I said, you've been following me around quite a while. I said, do you know me? And he said, well, I don't know you, but I've been admiring your physique. He says, my name is Arthur Lee. I'm a sculptor. And as I just came from Rome, I've been studying their art and had models and males and females, but I never saw anyone with a classical physique as you have. He says, I want you to come and pose for me. But first I thought maybe he was kidding me. But then he got real serious. He gave me his card. And then 2 days later, I called up on his studio. And he already had the armature up to start a life-size figure of me, which he has completed the last 10 years ago. And the figure, I think that the Metropolitan Museum is interested in it and might purchase it any day.
Mr. Roman, what country would you say produces the best physiques?
Well, I think after our surveys, we find that America still produces the best specimens of manhood.
Well, what kind of surveys did you make?
We made a survey, Mr. Atlas and myself, of 450,000 Americans before the war compared with 450,000 Americans after the war. And we did the same thing with England and likewise with other nations throughout the world.
Charlie, did you find out that the austerity program had any effect upon the English physique?
Oh, yes. I mean, you don't see many big waistlines in England. I mean, everybody seems to be in a pretty good shape. I think that more people get sick and die from overeating than not eating enough. I think that in our country, I think we're apt to eat a little too much and eat really soft foods such as puddings and things like that. But I think that we should really cut down a little bit on our foods and take the example from the English people and keep our waistline down.
Do you eat 3 meals a day?
No, I just eat 2 meals a day. I mean, I have breakfast, which consists of a glass of orange juice and 1 soft-boiled egg and a glass of milk. No lunch. Then I eat a fairly good dinner at night. And that's all, which consists of meat and vegetables and also a glass of milk.
Well, take me, for instance. Say I was, as we read in your advertisements, a 97-pound weakling. How many or how much time would it take for me to condition myself into shape? Now, mind you, I don't have any muscle. I have very little sinew left. I'm practically a total wreck. The undertaker's about to call for me.
I don't think so, Jack. I think that within about 3 or 4 months' time, you could have the finest physique you ever want.
What form of exercise would you say is best for building physique? I'm thinking of sport.
Well, you mean in sports? I guess all-around sports are good. I mean, basketball, baseball, swimming, tennis, running, jumping, it's all good. But a lot of people can't go out and run and jump and do all these other things. And then my system comes in very handy. My dynamic tension system of doing it in the privacy of your own home. About 15 minutes a day, I think that you can accomplish the wonders.
Charles Romaine, Charles Atlas, thanks for chatting with us.